Welcome to Atlanta Local Unplugged, the podcast that explores Atlanta's vibrant local scene for food, music, entertainment, culture, unplugged events, and the many hidden gems in Atlanta. Your host is Riley Bennett. Let's dive in.
Hey y'all, I'm Riley Bennett, and this is Atlanta Local Unplugged. Today we're dropping the needle on episode 9, The Revival of Vinyl, Discovering Atlanta's Record Shops and Music Collectives. If you've ever wondered why crates are back in fashion, where to dig on a Saturday, or how to plug into the city's warm analog heartbeat, this one's for you. I'll map out essential stores from Little Five Points to Roswell, introduce the collectives curating Atlanta's sound, and show you how to weave digging, listening, food, and community into one perfect weekend. Along the way, I'll share insider tactics for Record Store Day, starter gear tips, and a wallet-friendly game plan. Think of this as your groove-centric weekend guide to the ATL, equal parts discovery, practical know-how, and the joy of music. So why is vinyl having a moment in Atlanta? 3 reasons: touch, tone, and togetherness. Touch. A record asks you to slow down, slide it from the sleeve, brush the dust, drop the stylus. That ritual anchors attention in a city that moves fast. Tone. Analog playback carries air, depth, and imperfection. Bass blooms, cymbals breathe, and the room becomes part of the mix. Togetherness. Records are built for conversation. You'll overhear staff recommending local pressings, strangers trading stories about a first show, DJs pulling doubles to blend breaks. Atlanta's neighborhoods amplify that energy. Little Five Points is a crossroads for new heads and lifers. Decatur nurtures indie discovery. Buckhead hides deep catalog heads. Southside champions hip-hop and R&B heritage. Put simply, the format reconnects people to music, and Atlanta's scene supplies the community to keep it spinning all week long. Let's start in Little Five Points, the neighborhood where many Atlanta collections are born. Criminal Records is your gateway. Friendly staff, well-labeled racks, a robust new arrivals wall, and in-store performances that turn a Tuesday into an event. If you're hunting current indie, classic hip-hop reissues, or film soundtracks, you'll find quality copies here, plus comics and zines to round out the culture. 2 doors down, Wax and Facts is the city's deep-cut time capsule. The bins lean used, the walls tell stories, and the punk indie lineage runs through every rack. Expect fair grading, local 45s, and the kind of staff suggestions that steer you to records you didn't know you needed. Around the corner, Moods Music bridges Little Five Points in Inman Park with crates curated for vibe, neo-soul, global grooves, Afrobeat, R&B, and lounge-ready jazz. It's a perfect stop if you're building a chill-out set for a rooftop evening or seeking that one soulful LP to test your new speakers. Staff picks here rarely miss on mood either. Head north to Buckhead for Fantasyland Records, a haven for classic rock, soul, jazz, and endless 45s. The organization is old school but intuitive, and you can spend an hour happily parked in the bargain bins before graduating to collectible pressings. Decatur's Wuxtree Records keeps the indie flame bright and the local section stocked. Ask about regional labels, and you'll walk out with bands playing within a 5-mile radius. On the south side, DBS Sounds in Riverdale is essential for southern hip-hop, R&B, and gospel, with staff who live the culture and can point you toward under-the-radar Atlanta artists pressing short runs. Finally, OTP doesn't mean out of luck. Mojo Vinyl in Roswell is a friendly, well-curated gem with new and used finds, good rotation, and occasional in-store events that feel like neighborhood gatherings. Each shop hits a different lane, so stringing them together turns a single errand into a tour of Atlanta's musical DNA. Swing back often, turnover is constant, and yesterday's missed grail might be filed today. Right up front. Crate digging like a local starts with timing and tactics. Go early on weekends if you want first crack at fresh trade-ins, or drop by late afternoons on weekdays when staff has priced and stocked new arrivals. Head straight to the new arrivals and recent used sections. Gems often never make it to the genre bins. Learn grading shorthand. VG is a solid player. VG Plus is clean with minimal noise. NM should be close to pristine. Always check the vinyl under light, and don't fear asking for a quick spin test. Ask where the local artists and 45s live. Many stores keep them near the counter. Then follow shop Instagram stories. Atlanta stores post flavorful drops, in stores, and DJ nights the moment they're confirmed. If you dig respectfully, staff will remember you and tip you to the next wave before anyone else. Record Store Day in Atlanta is equal parts patience and planning. Start by listing your top 3 must-haves, then map a route that minimizes backtracking. L5P for Criminal and Wax and Facts, then Decatur for Wuxtree, with a Buckhead or Roswell swing if you've got gas in the tank. Arrive early, bring water, and know line etiquette. No cutting, 1 per title where posted, and be kind to staff who've been sorting since dawn. If you miss a limited release, ask about next day leftovers or indie exclusives landing the following week. Make it a day. Grab coffee between stops, hit an in-store performance, and swap duplicates with friends at a nearby patio. Most shops post RSD wristband rules and drop lists on Instagram, so follow closely and enable alerts the week prior. Plan parking, pack totes, and carry small bills, please. Collectives give Atlanta's vinyl revival a heartbeat beyond the shops. Work crew champions R&B, dance, and genre-blending sets that feel like a reunion on the dance floor. Watch their socials for pop-ups in East Atlanta, Edgewood, and Midtown rooms. Controllerize is where beatmakers and visual artists intersect. Think lo-fi beats, samplers, anime visuals, and collaborative energy that spills from headphones to community. If lyricism is your compass, Soul Food Cypher gathers MCs and poets for improvisation and craft, keeping hip-hop's oral tradition sharp while welcoming newcomers. And the House in the Park community sustains Atlanta's house culture with day party spirit, families dancing and crate-carrying DJs who still love wax. Their larger annual gathering draws citywide, but satellite events run all year. To plug in, follow each crew on Instagram, sign up for newsletters, and check weekly calendars at neighborhood venues. Show up early, say hello, and you'll quickly find mentors, collaborators, and future digging buddies. Many host workshops, open decks, and listening sessions where beginners are genuinely welcomed. Bring records, participate. Beyond the shops, vinyl pops up at markets that make digging a social sport. On the West End's Lee plus White corridor, breweries and food halls host vendor fairs where DJs soundtrack the afternoon and crates share table space with hot chicken and empanadas. Pullman Yards often mixes art installations with weekend markets, and you'll find pop-up vendors slinging funk, soul, and house 12 inches next to screen printers and vintage clothing sellers. Underground Atlanta's weekend gatherings bring together collectors, independent labels, and food pop-ups, making it easy to sample a new artist and a new dumpling in one lap. To catch these, follow the venue calendars and search phrases like record fair, vinyl market, and DJ pop-up for the week ahead. Show up with cash, a tote, and time to browse. Vendors may discount bundles, so negotiate politely and smile. Want to hear your finds in the wild? Seek out vinyl listening and DJ nights sprinkled across East Atlanta Village, Grant Park, and rooftop lounges around Midtown. Rotating crews spin funk, soul, disco, classic hip-hop, house, and global grooves, often on cozy weeknights when conversation flows. Many bars post weekly lineups by Sunday afternoon. Follow neighborhood accounts and resident DJs to catch the schedule. Bring a couple records in a sleeve. Some hosts run open turntable hours where guests can spin a track or two with guidance. Be respectful of the booth, cue the quiet parts, and label your sleeves so they return home with you. These nights are the bridge from solitary listening to shared celebration. Bring friends, make new ones. When you're ready to spin Atlanta, start with artists who connect the city's eras. Killer Mike's latest presses deliver chest-rattling low-end with message and craft. Outcast reissues remain essential. If you see clean copies, grab them for rotation and for friends. Indie explorers should seek Deer Hunter and Black Lips for 2 very different garage and art rock angles, while metal fans can test their woofers with Mastodon. For a Velvet Smoke vocal, Baby Rose on Wax is a room-stopping listen. Ask shops for Atlanta artists' bins and staff picks. They'll surface small batch 12 inches, label samplers, and local 45s you won't find online. Then widen the map to adjacent southern voices, Memphis, Nashville, New Orleans, so your crates reflect the region's through lines. Gospel roots, blues grit, bass science, and experimental streaks that keep the South innovating. Ask about live dates tied to those releases nearby. New to turntables? Start simple and upgrade intentionally. Entry-level favorites include the Audio-Technica ATLP 60X for plug-and-play convenience, or the ATLP 120X and U-turn orbit for manual control and better cartridges. Pair them with a used stereo receiver, Yamaha, Onkyo, Pioneer, and passive bookshelf speakers from ELAC, Polk, or JBL. Buying used stretches your budget. Test both channels, listen for hum, and confirm the phono stage if your table needs one. Add a carbon fiber brush, a basic cleaning solution, anti-static inner sleeves, and a sturdy outer sleeve for jacket protection. For deeper cleaning, a spin clean or similar bath system works wonders on thrifted dust. Keep your setup level, isolate from footfall, and replace styly on schedule. When gear acts up, ask shops for trusted local repair techs. Many have go-to contacts in town and might even host tune-up days. A well-maintained rig makes every crate score sing. Learn basic cartridge alignment, set tracking force with a gauge, and upgrade the mat for isolation. If your receiver lacks phono, add a simple external preamp. Problem solved. A smart budget keeps the hobby joyful. Set a cap per stop, say $40 or $60, and let that force good decisions. Bring some cash. A few vendors are cash preferred, and cash speeds a busy line. Carry a tote or backpack with a stiff backer to protect corners. In the bins, flip gently, keep records upright, and return each title exactly where you found it. Sleeve your purchase before leaving the counter, and never lean bags against heaters or sun-drenched windows in the car. If you're unsure about price, ask. Staff will explain pressing differences so you don't overpay. Celebrate the day's best find, but leave room for tomorrow's luck. Track expenses in a notes app to pace monthly digs wisely. Pair your digs with easy neighborhood bites. In little 5 points, casual burger joints and beer bars make quick refueling painless. Order, compare finds, and plot the next move. Decatur rewards lingerers with patios and pub food. Grab a table, check disc conditions, and mark standouts for cleaning. Buckhead's pace suits a coffee stop between Fantasyland and your next appointment, while Roswell's walkable core near Mojo Vinyl offers snacks and sweets for a mellow cool-down. Keep the day moving. Short menus, quick service, and hydration. When possible, choose spots that host local art or music. Your dollars echo back into the scene you love. Tip generously. Culture thrives on community care. Hidden Gem Alert, the Starlight Drive-In Flea Market on weekend mornings. It's part treasure hunt, part-time travel, and absolutely worth an early wake-up. You'll find uncurated boxes of LPs and 45s, everything from gospel quartets and regional soul to novelty records and oddball private presses. Bring cash, patience, and a flashlight app. Sleeves can be rough, but the vinyl sometimes isn't. Negotiate respectfully, bundle when possible, and check every disc under light. Keep expectations flexible. You may leave empty-handed, or you may score a $10 winner that tells a story no algorithm could recommend. Either way, the hunt itself is a jolt of pure Atlanta. Sunrise bargains disappear by noon. Here's a weekend shortlist that hits the highlights. Saturday morning, park in Little 5 Points, grab coffee, then split your time between Wax and Facts and Criminal Records. Work new arrivals first, snag a staff pick, and ask specifically for Atlanta artists and 45s. Midday, hop to Decatur's Wuxtree, browse the local and indie bins, and earmark a couple LPs for evening listening. Late afternoon, decompress at a patio, then close the loop at a work crew or controllerize event for dancing or deep listening. Sunday, browse a Lee Plus White Market or Underground Atlanta Vendor Day, and if you're ambitious, cruise Starlight at dawn. Meet the maker. I asked a longtime shop owner how they curate. They said, "We build shelves like a conversation. Some comfort, some curiosity, and always a place for local voices. When an Atlanta artist presses wax, our job is to make sure neighbors hear it. That's the ethos worth supporting. It keeps culture truly local." That's our spin through Atlanta's vinyl resurgence. Why the format matters, where to dig, who's shaping the sound, and how to turn it into a weekend that feeds your ears and your friendships. We covered L5P anchors, Decatur and Buckhead standouts, OTP gems, market pop-ups, DJ nights, and the collectives keeping community at the center. You've got a record store day plan, crate digging tactics, starter setup advice, budget etiquette, food pairings, and a hidden gem flea to explore. Use this episode as a living weekend guide. Line up a shop route, check nearby gallery nights and shows, and follow those IG calendars for pop-ups. I'm Riley Bennett, and this is Atlanta Local Unplugged. Thanks for listening. See you in the stacks very soon, Atlanta.
You've been listening to Atlanta Local Unplugged with host Riley Bennett. Until next time, plan fast, explore deep, and enjoy Atlanta.